Steelers. One point that I do want to mention, Bob, there was a lot of talk about
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Second and 1 after that gain of 9. First possession of the day. Trubisky's fired from Kevin Rader a little too high. Ball's incomplete. We expect to see Rader and Connor brother in there tonight. And tight end is Pat Bryant, who's been Sam Gentry likely will not play.
Mitch had to get rid of the ball a little earlier than what he right. It's taking the blitz coming from Mitch's left side here. He's trying to release the ball big in right here.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Johnny Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Little glimpse of his athleticism there, what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And when you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week, because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. It's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a big play.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, he's making shoot kicking off.
Now he's getting the opportunity right now to start on this ball.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Shot down the field right here. See if they try to get him involved. If he did, this is very good.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off play action. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shot. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here.
But I feel good, though. I don't know. I'm getting that tussle tonight. I'm getting that rubber tussle tonight. Getting that codeine tonight, man.
Offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Being patient, rolling out to his left, finding the open receiver, put the Steelers into the end of the 6.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, now Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback up.
Really, man, that's what we doing.
Inside the 20.
I'm not sure if this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him.
That's what we doing, man.
Second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taking them back downfield. I love this field generator they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's headed, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Welcome back. Bob Bumpy, Charlie Batch, Missy Matthews with you. Steelers impressive on that first drive. 7 plays, 90 yards, just under 3 minutes. Mitch Trubisky connecting with Gunnar Olszewski. He was 3 for 5 with Mitch Trubisky.
The offense at the line and set to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I was on the phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. This is Smith with a run. Across midfield down to the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. He made a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back. He's bringing it around really well.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Michigan State. And man, Cleveland was big numbers during the last show. 1,700 yards and 18 touchdowns on the ground, and that's why they won here.
Yes, they did. You can see 8 yards on the front.
Here's Tannehill. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders side. Max Crosby in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
so loose in packaging. We're going to package that for us.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to be sacked down around the 15-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now this will be swung out wide for 2. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Sutton makes that play. And Sutton's one of the more underrated guys in the league. He was spent a lot of money in his own season.
7-7, our score after 1. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
This is what I talked about with keys in the game. The very first one, get in and out of the huddle, knowing that this is the first time that you're using the shot clock or the play clock. In this particular case, 25 seconds, you don't have to worry about that.
Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That's something that people are wondering.
All right, you see this 15th season? Steelers bring in some things out of there, even though it's preseason. Sure, that you're popping up.
Now Tannehill.
Top to push this one past me.
And that is caught. Touchdown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
The Yankees by Henry Hondo. We saw a lot about him last year.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return for 2 steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Very nice.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as these guys enter play week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play here for Vegas.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback. Runner's trying to dart through him. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Warner. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
It's in the double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
What you're seeing right here for McFarland.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back to make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Rolling to his right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Jacobs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
He wanted to put an emphasis on it. They made some moves on the offensive line to see, and now he's really trying to put an emphasis on that. But it doesn't surprise me right now as he's sticking to his running game around.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jacobs again, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs for his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have moved down in front.
Ability here with 178. Just a good leverage right here.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Showing off his speed, something that he's done in the course of his career. Not just making a play. You love to see it.
The kickoff team on the field now is able to send this one away.
He has 9 rushing touchdowns in his career, so it's not like he can't do that.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Player for Seattle, 6.5 sacks last year as well. Best linebackers. 34, big play. He steps up, fires this time with a little bit of pressure. just out of the reach of Gunnar Olszewski, and it falls to a complete no set of a fourth down.
Seattle's defensive line. It's unfortunate. They're right on that fringe of field goal range. They needed to pick up that first down to get field goal range.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Inside the 20, which is handled and it's picked up by Seattle after originally it was loose. Very tough decision there. Justin Coleman recovered that. Looked like Fuller was the guy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Certainly making his presence felt both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd and 8.
I thought he did some good things for the Miami Dolphins as well.
That experience should help with the linebacker group. Brought in here from Jacksonville and Devin Bush.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Morley Cox as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Inside, opposite.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
UCLA, he's a 7-year pro. Man, and he's brings tremendous speed in that linebacker.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And a potential turning point as he gets the football in very good field position late in this first half. Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in close territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
A beautiful return. Nobody's happier than Danny Smith right now. Before it was Boye.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter. What's been a tight contest so far. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are played. The second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
If you're not in the first half and making a play and trying to get Coach Thomas' attention.
From high up, and you'll see that it looked like he had nowhere to go. Quick first move, got a couple of blocks, and then he turned it on. Again, he had success in the. He had the only touchdown for Washington in that New England wildcard game a couple of playoffs ago.
The Raiders offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So another on-target throw in that last one, Charles. They put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season. That is not an insignificant number.
Indeed, it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts team.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yes, he does. It's a touchdown. George Pickens, Casey Rudolph's one of the first guys there. As he put it up, let that receiver do his thing, and man, he's been doing his thing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession.
From the 27, Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Dagreatguru in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
The Steelers on the Rudolph to Wiggins connection. Dropped it right in there.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. Their friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. He's got Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
It's complete to Fuller. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Well, plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs from the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 31, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr steps away. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. To throw his Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Making 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Colts strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
My goal.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball secure. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think after the second one, he's telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Carr going to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams are even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup thing starting to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tannehill. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On first down, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Raiders.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Raiders.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but there's a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That's no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Carr. Side by Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
The incomplete pass brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Taking it in over the middle. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Carlson now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Offense at the line and set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Tannehill. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kicks away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.